We're live.
Hey guys, you know what time it is? Whitney Escapes Wednesdays. Yes, it's your girl Whitney Lee and my special co-host Miss T Quest Jalen herself. Hey
Oh my
boo.
God. Hey, girl.
This is our last show before the new year. How do you feel about
Didn't
that?
I just say that
What?
this is why you can't put this show on other platforms because you do everything in real time? You said we do it for next Wednesday. You kind of can if you just said it's the last show before New Year's.
But not yet. When the new year, we would start just talking. For
Okay.
people I know how to do it for the when we're in the new year. But since just my regular people, we just gonna talk about this is our last show because that's a big deal because where we came from, we started off
Started from
when
the bottom.
July.
Let me hit.
We started off this July, and
Oh,
now
you remember? That's so cute.
yeah, of course, because I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, revamping everything. So in the new year, we won't be talking about totally real time, but you guys know it'll be real. We just won't be saying the dates because now I'm be a syndicated show, on all these radio shows and platforms. And to do
Shout out
that,
to your
can't
PR, making
yeah.
you a superstar. Oh,
So I can't say everything in real time, as you guys have learned. But anyway, how are you doing, T Quest GLM?
you know, I'm always great as long as I can see your beautiful face. You know what I'm saying? Like
Appreciate
for
that.
real, for real, for
I really
real.
appreciate that.
How are you?
I'm good. I just did yoga today. Girl,
Mm.
I did hot yoga. Um,
Mm.
and it was phenomenal. It was very hard. I was drenched. Like I never sweat so much in my whole life
Mm-hmm.
or in a long time. The room is 105 degrees and you're in there for 90 minutes doing this yoga. I do not know how to pronounce it, guys. I know it's started with a B, but I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not gonna try. But this type of yoga is for your joints and muscles, blood flow in your body. So it's people who are dealing with injuries,
Mm-hmm.
this is good for you. And I have a body back injury, so that's why I started doing this. My husband like, yo, you're still young to be in pain all the time. We got to figure out something else. I didn't want to keep on going to therapy. I didn't want to keep on, I didn't want to entertain surgery. So this is another form of therapy that I can go to a couple of times a week to strengthen my core, to strengthen my body, strengthen my joints and muscles, and be a phenomenal version of me. So I started this week because remember I was telling you guys before, if you're trying to do something to prepare yourself for the new year, you should start prior. So I started this week. I made a schedule, so I'll be going 3 times a week. I'm excited about
Mm.
it. I'm going 3 times a week.
Girl, 3 times a week, hot yoga. You may have you another child, girl. Okay. No, it's because you're gonna be so flexible.
I'm
Shout out to
flexible,
UK
but
from Cali. Yeah,
it's
I'm
some
sorry.
benefits. There's always practice to making them.
You hear me? Just want to do some
Mm-hmm.
shout outs for people who's tuning in. So I just want to shout out UK, the unknown from Cali tuning in. He said GLMR because he already knows that the Winning Speakers podcast will be on God Love Me Radio each and every Wednesday. Woo! Not gonna hurt again. But I think it's a beautiful thing because so many people. He said sexy flexy, sexy
Yeah,
flexy. That's so
sexy
cute.
flexy. I like that
Yeah.
hashtag.
But no, I think it's a beautiful thing because with me when I used to work for a chiropractor, it's
Mm-hmm.
all about natural healing, with
Okay.
adjustments and massages and acupuncture because people rely too much on medicine that they
Mm-hmm.
get addicted to it. And you got to realize when you do your research, medicine's not really there to actually cure you. It's just make you comfortable in the moment.
Yeah.
So when you do natural things like yoga or hot yoga, especially if you're having back problems, it's definitely a beautiful thing because I'm starting yoga too, girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Stretch
And
it out.
I bring my mother with me.
You
She's so
do?
funny. Yeah, she just lays there. But the guy was like, when you start off, if you don't leave the room, you have done a lot. And even though she
Hot.
just lay there the whole time, she was drenched by the time she walked out because it's so hot.
That happens
And
sometimes in sex too. Sometimes you just lay there and you don't really do much work, which I think is so disrespectful to your
very
partner.
disrespectful.
You end up being a little drenched too.
Yeah, but there's sweat that's disgusting. But it's really good because it's a detox. So you know all the stuff is coming out of you. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this new journey, with the physical problems I had and stuff like that.
Mhm. I
But I
love
believe
how you
that,
said that you had and not
yeah.
have. Speaking into
Hmm.
existence, that is hot,
Yeah.
flexy, sexy, Lexi, get fit, whip, gym trip is coming into fruition. Oh,
Yes.
it's in the past, not in the present, so you
Hmm.
can truly enjoy your pain-free future.
Amen to that.
I'm just trying to tell you, well, I'm
It was
glad you
nice.
had a nice evening with the yoga. My evening wasn't as pleasant.
Please share with the audience. We would love to hear.
No,
How did it different?
I just went to the nail salon, make sure I get my little pedicure and everything because, they always say in wintertime is when women don't really take care of your feet. My thing is, I don't just take care of my feet in the wintertime because they're going to be seen or anything. It's more the fact that it just feels good.
Yeah.
I like when they massage it. I like when they scrape it. I love when they do the hot towels and hot massages with the hot stones. Like I like all that stuff, and it's really good because you
The
can
pepper,
detox a
remember
lot.
the one we put our feet in?
Absolutely,
Oh,
with
mm-hmm.
paraffin and all of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they ask what package you want, which I feel like a lot of sometimes is overpriced, but it know me like, look, I need this, I want this, I'm gonna get this. And I
Mm-hmm.
was telling her I want this one right here, this one right there. It had like the detoxifying foot thing and the hot stones, and it had all the works. But the hot stones is one of my favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there, mind you, they're a little busy. We don't have appointments, so young lady next to me, she's getting her stuff done. I'm just sitting there. First of all, they took forever to start me, right? So I'm like, it is what it is. I'm watching her get her thing done. Then they finally get to me like 35, 45 minutes later. And she put an order in. I'm like, this water is cold. Like, when somebody flushed the toilet back in the day and you get the coldness. So that's how I felt. And then they changed it, put it a little warmer, not even hot, warm. And now it's overflowing. I'm like, lady, catch the water. What are you doing? Get someone stop the water because I can't reach it.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God. So then after that, she's like, how's the water? I'm like, warm. Hot, not at all. So she finally changed the water. Now I found out why she's doing it. When I said I wanted this certain package, she said something like lay next to something like hers. And I'm thinking that she would let me know that she got the same package as me. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I know what I want. I clicked it. So as it's going on, I'm noticing I'm almost done. Hers still going, and she started like 35 minutes before mine. So I'm like, you massaged it, little creams and everything. And I'm like, I'm thinking she gonna get up, go get my stones. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's when you can really tell when they do it. And then she said, okay, you can get up and dry your feet. What? She's still here. You and chilling, taking 3 naps, and you want me to get up and go drop my, are we done? I was like, what happened to my hot stones? She was like, oh no, remember you said you want the one she I said, no. I pointed to the one with the hot stones. So that's the one I'm looking for. No, you said, remember I said, I don't care what you said. I know what I pointed to. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, you said this. You said, I told you this is the one. And like hers, right? And I'm just like, lady, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I don't want you to be sorry. I want you to go get my stones. Like, lady, what are you doing? It's just sickening. You know what I'm saying? And she's still going back and because no disrespect, but in certain cultures, they feel like if they just mumble a little bit and just say sorry, okay, that in their mind, we're still getting our money, but you just need to figure out what you gonna do. They do it all the time. Oh, you got thin hair. That's why I look like that. Thin hair right there. No, I don't have thin hair before you touched it with the wax. Okay, that was all you. That wasn't me. And she really trying to convince me. Keep saying, "Oh, she's sorry, sorry." I'm like, I don't know why you keep telling you sorry. I want you to go get the hot stone. Then she's like, "Oh, remember I said you want the hot lava, no volcano one like her." I said, volcano sounds hot like the hot stones. Lady, go get my stones. Then she trying to tell me you got the one like her. Remember I said it? I'm like, I don't care what you said. I know what I pointed to and I told you what I wanted. And then she trying to charge me to do the stones, like additional. I said, for what? You gonna charge me for something you messed up on because you think I heard what you said, which I don't care, and I told you what I wanted? I said, this lady is crazy. So then after that, I text, you know, because she like, I got you, gave you a she order. You said you wanted a she order. Remember I said that? I was like, oh, for real? I was like, oh, okay. I said, yo, did you get hot stone? Yeah. Okay. No, you laughing, but the reason
No,
why,
because I was just thinking the whole time, if you're going with somebody who's next to you who's been there for an hour and yours only 15 minutes, they're missing the whole 45 minutes of your treatment. So
and
you're
you supposed to
planning
get a whole
excuses
10-minute
and stuff.
massage on your legs. I know it was 10 minutes. I had both my phones in, one for my pros, one for my hoes, and neither one of them added up to 10 minutes, okay? Because I think it was more the fact that they had more people coming in.
They were trying to rush you.
It was
There
trying to
was some
rush.
quick feet. There was some quick feet.
You remember that? Fast feed. I was called a fast feed, like fast food. And my thing is, the part that irritated me the most is the lying part. Because they always do that. Not just them, just people in general. Don't just be like, you said that, but I said that. Okay, I'm so sorry. No, I don't care about your apology. I still need you to either heal your thing or figure out what you're going to do to make me happy because I'm the customer. They
Amen.
always do that. They always do that. I'm like, I'm not doing it no more. Just like when I was young with the whole eyebrows, keep messing it up. And you still expect me to pay because in your mind, well, I did the work. So, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, and you blatantly lied to me. Then you wanted me to pay more for a service I already asked you for. And then you lied about it when they got it and I didn't. I don't like that stuff. And then you got the other guy coming to me and telling me, oh, yeah, it's going to be this amount. I said, oh, thanks for taking $3 because I didn't get my stones. It's the principle behind it. Then he's like, do you want it? I said, yeah, that's the whole purpose of me getting the package. And then he went to go ask her. Then they sent somebody else up to get the money because they get scared after a while. And I'm like, I don't want to be another black person causing a scene because that's not my character. But my thing is, I don't like when they lie because you was just trying to get more people in because it was getting later. And people always trying to get over on people. And I'm like, people have to stop doing that. I'm not just talking about in their culture or in their profession. I'm talking about in life. Stop always trying to play people. It's disrespectful. It's rude. And it has to stop. And you know reason, and that's why I tell people you really gotta stay on top of your game and everything that you do because if anyone see any sign of weakness or that you ain't paying attention, they gonna get you, they gonna snatch you, they gonna cut you, they gonna bite you, and they gonna give you your hot stones. Period. And like, no, for real, it's real like that. Just like in this industry, when I first came in, I didn't know much, and they figured it out, and then they got me for all my stuff.
It's true. Customer service is something that this world lacks. That's why I personally try to make sure that's my number one priority I focus on is customer service because I hate when I don't get customer service. Most people I will use are people who call me back, people who like reach out to me. And when I notice a company has a customer service and great customer service, I usually go with them just off of the customer service. And what you experienced tonight was no customer service. She should have did it and did everything discount just off of general purpose because she messed that up. Unfortunately, I had that. Yeah. I hate when people do that. But
go in the heater. Go get the stove. I don't want to hear about the apology.
Yeah, she should. And the thing is, you just wanted a stone. So for her to go through all that instead of saying, let me get these stones and rub her feet, like, really?
I don't know.
Sorry that happened to you.
But I mean,
I'm going to get my feet done tomorrow. So I'm praying I don't have that same experience.
I understand. But customer service is everything. Because my thing is, like, especially right now, there's so much going on in life. And I'm really trying to purge everything, not just 2020, just everything of the past, of just negative energy. So what I wanted today in the midst of me getting my feet done, it's not really about the polish and the look, it's just about the comfort of that experience that you're taking away from you. Is why are you lying? Why are you doing this? Like now you're killing my vibe. And I'm like,
that's why that happened to you because you came in there with a positive energy. And every time you come into some place with positive energy, there's always negative energy looking for it. And that's what we got to constantly speak to ourselves and encourage ourselves to keep on doing great things and positive things. Because I realize in every little aspect that when you want to change something and do something for the better, here comes the enemy doing all the negative to distract you from what you want to do. Even Christmas, for instance. So you know how I do my Meals on Wheels.
Uber Eats. Holiday version.
I cook and bring everybody food, and something that I do. I did all the prepping, all the cooking, all types of different stuff, and it was a beautiful meal that I laid out, which everybody enjoyed. I didn't even eat because I was so tired. I was so tired. I'm like, I'm gonna eat later. I'm just gonna lay down so I can watch these movies, play these games with my kids and stuff like that. So I told everybody, hey, I'm gonna lay down. When I'm done laying down, we'll get up. We'll do everything we gotta do. Because mind you, my food usually done like noon. I cook stuff early. I didn't get no rest. Like my kids, everybody just kept on bothering me, and I just snapped. I was like, yo, what the heck? I clearly said I am tired. Why are you guys keeping cut off my light? I shut my door. Hey mom, are we gonna watch a movie? Hey, what time are we gonna do? Hey, are we gonna have some? Hey. And I went off on everybody. I went off on my husband, like, I said, nobody bothered you when you was dressing earlier. No one bothered you. You let the kids come. I didn't know they was going upstairs about it. They shouldn't have been upstairs. In the basement, there's snacks, there's drinks, and there's a bathroom. Why are they coming up the steps? Everything they need is down there. And you just let them come up the steps. Why ain't they come see you? Who else they gonna come see? What else they gonna do? I went, so nobody got to watch the movie. I said, nobody watching no movies. Like I was so bad. And my husband like, you were really pissed off today. I said, yeah, because it's just a lack of respect. I woke up before everybody. I set the table. I delivered food to everybody. You didn't even deliver the food. You know what I'm saying, to nobody? Then I set the table for all of us, and I did seafood, so you want that stuff hot. So I prepped it, sent this cooked food to people, and then I finished cooking my food for my family because I didn't want our stuff to be cold. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to reheat that stuff up. So I made sure everybody who lived in my house had theirs straight out the pot. You know what I'm saying? It was prepped, but I didn't cook it until I got back home.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do all this stuff, made a table on this, made all this food, spend all this freaking money. And when I was like, I didn't even eat the delicious food because I was so exhausted from prepping the cakes and getting the house clean and people coming over, making sure everything was together. And when I say, hey, I'm going to lay down, I'm tired, I get up. And mind you, it was still early. We had plenty of time to do everything we wanted to do. But nobody respected that. I said, you know what? I had to pray to Jesus really bad. I was listening to my gospel, thanking the Lord. And I told my kids, don't let the enemy use you because he's been using you all day. My son was being ungrateful for everything. And I was like, kid, don't start this first thing in the morning. Like when you wake up, you asking me for stuff.
Yeah. Because
I came into it in a good spirit. And then the devil came in and just messed with my spirit. The next day they rebound because they realized after I flipped, they knew mommy was pissed. Nobody watched nothing. But the next day we did everything we were supposed to do on Christmas. Next day when I calmed down, because I'm like, I'm not watching nothing and you better not try to watch it without me.
It's interesting you say that because I kind of sensed something was wrong because I normally get the holiday call from the kids. And I didn't get the holiday call. Oh. And the whole Disney thing we were supposed to watch on Christmas Day. I didn't get the link to the day after. I'm like, what's... But I didn't question it. I'm like, maybe
I was pissed off.
In my mind, you was having the perfect Christmas with your family. That, little old me was an afterthought. So it is what it is,
I spoke to you. I spoke to you when I was doing my Meals on Wheels. I'm like, I remember speaking to you on Christmas, but I didn't have the kids.
I didn't say kids.
Honestly, you're right. That's true. Even your mother, she was like, yo, why I keep on harassing my daughter? Like she said she's tired. She cooked all this food. She got you all this stuff. And nobody was giving me time. And I was really tired. Like, I love to eat. I love to cook. I don't mind doing it. But if I can't eat my own food because I'm that tired, give me 10 minutes. Like every 5 seconds, literally. Whip. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, like Stewie. Like, didn't stop. And I just snapped. I was like, oh, yeah, I did it now, Whitney. He'll come to my door. Don't ask me for nothing else. You ain't getting nothing. Go to your room. Nobody's watching nothing. Absolutely. And then John just looked at me like, I'm like, if you say a word, I'm going to jump in your house. But that's how it went. I was so mad at everybody. And the next day, we ended up watching a movie. I sent you the link, which was really good.
Absolutely. And funny that you say that because, like, my Christmas, I had it planned out. I'm like, Anybody who hit me up, especially them holiday texts, I'm just going to ignore them, right? I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to ignore them. I'm going to send everybody a gift because it's the gifting season, right? So I sent them a gift. GIF. I sent the same Eddie Murphy in a Santa Claus outfit, ringing a bell as a gift to the response to every Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, hope all is well, and call it a day, right? Because I wasn't going to be like, oh, thank you so much. Hey, Ruby. Oh, thank you so much. Same to you. Because it would be fake and phony if I did that. I'm just not that. It's not that I'm not a traditional person in what my reality is today. It's just not that reality. And I told somebody that. I said, like, if I was like had a family, right? And a significant other, we want to do matching outfits and sip cocoa and actually be under the mistletoe and sing Christmas carols, all that cheesy stuff you don't see me. I'm down for that. But if I don't have that and that's not my reality, I'm not down about it. I'm just adapting to my reality. So the crazy part is when my assistant called me, shout out to Jules. She's like, Merry Christmas. I was like, thanks. So what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. Oh. Oh, did you get everything you wanted? I was like, I didn't get anything. She was like, what? Like she was so hurt, like my dog died or something. What do you mean? You didn't get anything? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just like, why you like somebody died? I was like, Jules, it's nothing to be sorry for. It's just my reality. I know I'm just not used to stuff like that. I get stuff every year. I'm like, I'm happy for you that you cook for your family, you're with your family, and you got these lovely gifts from your kids, your husband, your mom, and dad. I'm happy for you. But I'm not looking for no pretty brides from you. And it's to the point, I'm not trying to be a Grinch, but based off people's reactions to me, I felt like a Grinch. Like I really did because Merry Christmas. I'm over here like my new singer. What up?
You know what's crazy? I didn't even, you and our father, I don't know people talking on the phone. People did text me, but I didn't actually reply until like 9 o'clock then because I was busy. One, prepping for everything, doing what I had to do. I didn't get anything in it either. I bought everybody something. And my husband's like, yo, we don't do presents. I said, I know, but when I saw this, it made me think of you, so I bought it for you.
Did he feel bad that he had nothing for you?
Yeah, I'm like, why? He said, because we don't do good. I'm like, me giving you something doesn't mean I have to get something in return.
Nice
Which I should have gave me was some peace and quiet. That would have been a perfect freaking gift. Don't they realize that? I like peace and quiet sometimes. I've been up for days prepping, cleaning, reorganizing, decorating, making everything nice for a whole bunch of people. So if I need like 30 minutes to take a cat nap, give me that 30 minutes. That would have been a perfect gift.
Absolutely.
So I get it. But people are like, oh, you didn't get it. I'm like, no. Like, I get stuff every day. Which is my life, which is a gift. That's why it's called a present. I appreciate it. But I tell people all the time, I don't look for monetary things. My in-laws came over the other day and they bought me like these candles, like Yankee candles that they know I like, and these like really cool cans. And then my grandparents gave me like a gift card. I was like, thank you. But it was like days after, whatever, when I saw them. I'm like, I don't go around looking for stuff. Like you said, if you want to do stuff, most of the time for Christmas, any holidays, it's really exhausting for me. And from experience, I do the whole parties. I take me days. I plan everything. I cook everything. I decorated everything. I entertain everybody. I'll be exhausted by the time it's done.
Because that's your life. When you're in a relationship, marriage, or if you have children, whether you like it or not, to a certain degree, you have to semi-adapt to society. Especially like you have your kids, and they're like, well, how come we ain't this and how come we ain't that? Now, back in the day, parents were stern like, look, we don't do that, right? But now you have to like adjust a little bit. And at the end of the day, I tell people when it comes to holidays, it's not a bad thing. I think it's a beautiful thing if you're able to celebrate the way it is celebrated now. Because we all know a lot of the holidays come from like a negative twisted origin. But for the ones who don't, stop trying to make people feel bad because you're not feeling or experiencing what you're experiencing. And that's the part I didn't like, how in her tone, even though she didn't mean well, like I know she meant well, but in her tone, like she felt so bad for me because I was like by myself and not around family and didn't get anything. I'm like, yo, I'm fine. Relax. It's the people that makes it worse. Like if you're not married by a certain time, it's the people around like, oh my God, what are you waiting on? Or if you don't have children, oh my God. I'm like, you guys make it worse. They was like, well, you should allow people, whether you like it or not, people is always going to affect you in some type of way, stronger than others. Like someone else said me, so how was your holiday weekend? I was like, it was a regular weekend to me. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, what'd you do? I was like, nothing. It was like, oh, I'm sorry. Is that what you wanted? I'm just like, what? Just be on. I said, no, it's just my reality. So it is what it is. They're like, oh, if I would have known that, I would have invited you to, to come hang out with me and my family. I said, what? What, was you wearing like matching sweaters and stuff? Like, what do you mean? And then he said something else, but I'm not gonna say it on the air. But then I was like, at the end of the day, he's like, no, I just want to know that people I know is like by themselves or alone when they don't have to be. I'm like, if I wanted and felt a need to be around a bunch of people, families at that, don't you think I would have went home to Connecticut to be on my own? We ain't got no beef. They're not my enemy. Why would I like why do you think just because someone is not with traditional values or having a chance to experience that way that you think they're sad, miserable, depressed? That's the problem. Everyone's not like that. That's why I tell people you have to know who you are, adjust to your reality and make it best for you. I was perfectly fine and I didn't feel like I was missing or lacking anything.
Exactly. Because you wasn't. Some people wanted, like for me, I always wanted a nap. I really wanted a nap. And I
For
still feel
real.
like that today. Like I tell people all the time, like I love sending cute pictures on this stuff. But I'm like, I don't have time to do all that type of stuff. Like by the time everybody sits down, it's like, and after we eat, people are knocked out watching, then the football games came on this Christmas. My husband watched the games. I didn't know they was had games on Christmas. Oh, I gotta watch the games. Usually it's basketball. So he had football and basketball stuff going. And all I want to do is just take a little nap so I could do my karaoke, watch the movie Soul.
Did you end
And
up doing your karaoke though?
I didn't do karaoke.
Oh, it's awful.
We're gonna do
Look,
it this
look, wait, wait.
time.
I'm so sorry.
But I tell people, all I need for Christmas or in any other day of my life is being with my family, getting on my nerves and all. As long as I know they're healthy and well, I'm very happy. To my husband, the same thing. He's like, "Yo, I still got you some." I'm like, "No, you got me. You're healthy. You're good. I'm good. The kids are healthy. They're good. I'm good. We got a beautiful meal on the table that cost me a lot of freaking money. I am very happy. What will make me even more happy now that I'm thinking about it is a freaking nap. That would have been icing on the freaking cake. That's
Yeah, I
all
was
I
happy
needed.
too. I was happy too.
I
Oh,
don't like even when we do big stuff. Like I tell everybody, like my in-laws, they want us to come over, people want me to come over or what. I'm like, Christmas Day, I like it. Just my core.
your core, you're
Right.
happy, you're
Yes,
eating,
peaceful. I
chilling.
don't want to be around a whole bunch of people. I don't want to be entertaining because one, I already cooked and stuff. I'm already tired to make stuff. I do this for them. Like I want them to experience. I have a great memory, stuff like that, and
Mm,
have a good time bonding just with them. You know what I'm saying? But
absolutely.
when I gotta like, hey guys, how you doing? Like, no, if you're here, you come over, whatever. But no, it's gonna be like eat, fend for your freaking self. We got a conversation. You can play games, take naps, whatever you want to do.
Absolutely.
But I don't like to feel like like you say, like obligated. I don't want to go to people's houses. I don't want to do that. It's too much energy, it's too toxic, and I don't have time for it.
People have to adjust to their own reality. Like someone else set me up like 1 o'clock in the morning. But was like, oh, Merry Christmas. I was like, oh, thank you. And I'm sorry, I just had to make sure I did it because you know how to do it. I'm like, you're not obligated to say Merry Christmas to nobody. Oh, but I know I wouldn't dare just not say it to you, Quest. And I'm just gonna take it as a fan. I'm like, thank you. But I'm just like, what do you think that really does? Like, it's not my birthday. If it was my birthday, like, hey, you best hit me up, okay? No, but they really feel like they're obligated to do that. People feel they're obligated to make 50 dishes on one day when you only made four on a regular day. If you make four, make seven, call it a day. Like, it's just because people are brainwash you that this is how you're supposed to be. And then you're stressing yourself out, especially the party host. You guys are all stressed out. But one thing I would say, looking at some of the pictures I did see on the holiday, a lot of the kids had a lot of gifts. So they didn't lack, you know?
My kids had, oh no, yes. And I do that on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I don't want them to be entitled. I don't want them thinking it's about them. I always let them know it's about God and being generous and helping somebody else because they will get it twisted real quick in this in these leads kids.
Oh my gosh. You only gave me 3 gifts. Last year you got me 5. I think it's
Like,
supposed to go up every year.
and that's why I give them one gift because my oldest is very entitled and I don't like it. So I had to let him learn the hard way. He thought I was playing. I'm like, no, you get one gift. That was it. He got on my nerve that morning. You should give me my game too because he lost his game privilege. I'm like, no, I shouldn't give you anything. You lucky you got what you got. And my gift to them was a week away at camp. So this whole week they went to a winter camp at a sports center. So they got to do arcade games. And they haven't been with any kids since March. Like, because their school's been closed, they've been doing discipline. There's the first time, which I had to really think about and pray about, that they were around other children for like almost a year. Since their school shut down in March, they haven't been around groups of children. Either it was like my nephew would come over, you know what I'm saying? Even my daughter's birthday party was my nephew and my daughter's good friend. That's it. No other kids. I don't do group kids, nothing. So they never been around a whole, they haven't even been around like their cousins and stuff. We ain't doing that. So their gift was they could they do a week at this sports center camp for kids. And they've been having a blast. But yeah, they only get one present because it's not about them, about God. And that's what really was making me upset with my son, who exhausted me because he was just feeling like he should get this, he should do that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's not about it. It's not your birthday. On May 22nd, you get everything you freaking asked for.
Wait, don't say that on here because he gonna reference back.
But it's true.
I know, but just
he could reference back because everything he asked for, he gets. It's privilege. But I told him if you keep on acting the way he acting, he don't get nothing else. Mommy and daddy work very hard so you can have nice things. But if you don't appreciate and understand the gratitude of everything, then get up out of here. Like, you're getting older. Don't be like thinking like that. So that's why I make sure they have one gift, not to be entitled. So when people did give them other things, they were like, "Oh, thank you." They really appreciate it. When I'm like my in-laws came the other day, and they got them both two or something, or whatever the case may be, something that they really wanted. They never asked for a lot, anyways, because they have practically everything. Like, so there's nothing you can really think of that they lack. You know what I mean? But like you said, the holidays is for making other people feel good. And that's what I was trying to tell my son. Like, stop worrying about what you got and think about what you can do to make somebody else's day better. Like, one, don't let me harass my mom today. Let me not bother my baby sister. Let it just be a calm day. Everybody cool. Nobody, my sister want to pick the show, let her pick the show on Christmas. Do something nice for somebody else. Take a shower without me telling you.
Take a shower today.
Do your normal routine. That's a gift. Wake up, brush your teeth. Like we do, they have the same routine every day, and I have to tell them the same thing every day.
You know what? It sounds good, but even when we were children, we kind of had a routine, but we still didn't.
I really don't think I was this. I think but mommy said I wasn't this bad, so I'm good.
You know that is.
But you know what? This is you 2.0, so they me to a different dimension. Like, I was like, Jesus, help me, Lord. So. But I get it. They're my babies. I won't trade anything for them. I would hurt somebody over their little behinds. But I always try to give them a message and teach them something. You know what I'm saying? It's not about you. Every day is not about you. Every day ain't about mommy, ain't about nobody else. Because I know you like to think that is.
No, it is. My day is about me. And you
on
know
your
what
birthday?
I do? Huh?
Not every single day.
No, every day is about me. But I use the majority of my day and cater to other people. That's why I tell people when it comes to entertainment wise, yes, my brand is gotta love me. Yes, part of my marketing scheme is in a way full of myself or whatever. But if you really know me, the majority of my day I am catering to other people. Whether I say it's T-Quest Tuesday or T-Quest Thursday, Gotta Love Me Monday, all about me. What's my favorite subject? Me. What's my favorite? I laugh and joke about that. But you know, the majority of my day is making sure other people are straight and okay. That's when you say on Christmas is a day to worry about. I'm like, let me take a break on that day. And the only thing I want from y'all is to not bother me or to hit me up or to harass me or hit me. Hey, what are you doing today? I'm like, shouldn't you be with your family and friends? Why are you doing me? Like, I get it to a certain degree, but I'm just like, I'm not her. You know, it's kind of like when you see your favorite superstar and they entertain you, and then off the stage, you're just like, hi. You're like,
It's
who are
true.
you?
Everybody wants that
I want
quiet.
peace.
Yeah, that's what I want for Christmas. I want everybody happy. Um, I really want to. My goal, like I tell my family all the time, which my son finally got it because he had a really good week after Christmas, and I went off on him. I have had no complaints. I gotta say,
That's a whole nother story.
that's a whole nother story. But after I went off on him, this has been a really good week. You know, they've been more understanding when I say, "Hey, Mama needs a minute," or "Hey, we're gonna do this," and I tell my and I was speaking to my eldest, and I'm like, "Have I ever lied to you? If I say I'm gonna do something, do I do it?" Yeah. I said, "So why do you have to ask me 100 times if I always come through?"
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I said, "Exactly. So stop doing it." I'm like, "Your mother's not a liar. If I forgot something, you can remind me if I forgot, but you don't have to talk to me about it all day long.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I said. I'm going to do what I said.
Mm-hmm.
That's my part. If I forget, that's one thing. If I say, hey, at 6 o'clock, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, and 6 o'clock roll by and I don't do it, you can say, hey, Mom, remember you said at 6 o'clock? That's one thing. But now, not at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5:35 asking me the same thing about what we're going to do at 6 o'clock. That's not how we roll. But I had a really, after we had a real conversation when he realized Mom was really upset. We've been having a really good week, watching really good music playing. I got this like a big outside Django that you can do inside or outside. That was cost me a lot of money, but the kids love it. We're doing that. New Monopolies. We're supposed to do karaoke again this week. It's been a real good time, but I'm ready for 2021.
No, I understand that. But before we get into the new year, it's just something that you said that just vexed in my spur. So when you said after you went off, things started to go right, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm at that point. I ain't going off no more. With you, it's your kids, a little different. With me, it's just people in general. I'm like, I'm too great of a person. Like, I'm always here for people. I cater. And I'm like, I'm not going off no more. You know, I think it's sad that people have to be at their breaking point in order for you to get it. That is sick. That is twisted, but it's part of reality, which is
Mm-hmm.
sad. But
He
me,
didn't follow through though. I think what got them the most was the follow through.
yeah,
Because we didn't do, I'm like, no, you're not doing this. You ain't doing that. I'm taking all my stuff. You're going to sit down. I think got some freaking sense. And even the next day, my husband was like, yo, it's kind of good that you did that because I'm like, because it's just a respect thing. If I say
absolutely.
I'm tired, give me a minute and literally 20 seconds later, you're like, hey, mom, like, I never did that to my parents. Like, my mom's like, she needs a minute
You
or she,
better give
whatever.
her a minute
She
or
got her
two.
minute until she
Better
came
give
back
five.
up. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got bust upside your head. Like, I'm like, yo, I don't hit you on stuff like that. I can say, hey, give me a minute. I'm really tired. I even left the kitchen table. Like I let I fix everybody play. I fix myself play. I'm like, oh, I can't. Even our mother was like, oh, you look so tired. I said, I am. She said, but the food looks delicious. Everything tastes really good. Thank you for making all this food for us. But I'm like, you know what? My head started hurting. I was like, I need to lay down because I was up early. I was doing stuff the day before. I was reorganizing the house because, you know, it's a new year. So I like to kind of revamp everything to go into the new year. So I've been doing all of that. They've been finishing school. So I was just overworked, you know what I mean? So I was really just exhausted. And I just really wanted to just lay down so that I could continue to have a great day with my family. And then the fact that I felt no one respected that, that it was like, yo, what, like, like that really bothered me. I'm like, well, how? I'm like, you don't have any respect for your mother. Because if my mother told me she's tired, even now and she's grown, but she's taking a nap, I don't go bother her. I let her take her nap and do what she needed to do. And then she even iterated that to my son. Because baby girl was in it too, but she wasn't as bad as her brother. But I went off with her. She was like, hey, when you taking a nap or going to sleep, does anybody ever come bother you? No. When you ever say you're tired, you want to watch your show, did anybody come in and interrupt you? No. So why do you feel like you can go around just bothering and interrupting people when it's not an emergency? We have another parent. Why do you feel like you always have to come and bother your mom? She clearly said she was tired. She looks tired. She did all these beautiful things for you guys, and you would not stop bothering her. Like, ma, and you experience it. You be like, what the heck? So, um, it was that once they realized how that, and I guess my mom iterating it and her dad talking about it too, like, hey, mommy was really tired and she did all these beautiful things for us. She's been going all week. All she needed was 5 minutes and y'all couldn't give her that. So by the end of the day, we hung out, but I'm like, no, we ain't watching these movies just to prove my point, the follow through. I didn't want to come back on what everything.
Mm-hmm.
We've been having a really, really good week. I haven't been taking no naps or nothing, but we still been, the point is the reverence of like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what you've been doing. I know my son is working really hard because he wants a switchback that I have because he lost that before Christmas. Mm-hmm. But I told him, hey, if he keeps it up, I'll let him get his switch this weekend. Plus he got a new game for Christmas from my in-laws. Mm-hmm. So he's really been turning things around, and it's the new year. And I'm like, hey guys, only you can change whatever you want to change about you, whatever you want to work on.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
That's true. And that's what I tell them, like, whatever you want to do, you have to be the one who want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Not mommy encouraging you or daddy or auntie or uncle or friends. The only person who can change you is you. And that's why I've been working on myself so I can be a better person.
And that's exactly where I'm at. Because after Christmas, like I just haven't been feeling well. And I'm like, I'm not trying to think it's like corona or nothing crazy. It's just haven't just been feeling physically sick to my stomach. Of course, everyone here, if you're a female, you nauseous or sick, they all mad assume you pregnant or knocked up. Cause that's society, but I'm like, it's just, I'm just tired and I'm exhausted.
Mess.
Huh? That too.
You're tired of the mess.
Yeah, because I'm like this. I've already acknowledged a lot of things in life, if that makes sense. And I'm like, okay, now that I've gotten to the root of it, am I just going to accept it or do I want to change it? And I'm at the point I'm changing it. I'm like, I'm not gonna explain myself to people. I don't owe nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand me or value me and what I can bring to you or dynamic, if it's business, personal, whatever, then I'm at the point I don't care. Before I was so nice to everybody because I just wanted everyone to be a fan. So I'm like, I'm always gonna be super nice to everybody because I don't want no one to not like me. Come on, I'm awesome. Now I'm at the point, if you don't, I don't care. If I try to explain something to you, you don't get it, and it feel like I'm talking to a wall, I don't care because even after I'm like, I don't feel well, I don't feel well, I don't feel well, which is very concerning. And then having conversation with people, and I felt like every time I had a conversation, it made me feel worse. I'm like, no, y'all gotta go. Like y'all got to go. I like
people
yesterday.
Could be very toxic.
Yes, yesterday I felt the best I felt all week, and I actually had a good day. So when they say people can actually taint your energy, that stuff is real.
Mm-hmm.
Like for real, for real. And I'm like, I'm not.
I tell people I'm not your trash can.
No.
Because people would do that. They would take all their garbage and pour it onto you. And now you shifting through your stuff, their stuff, and everybody's stuff, and you overwhelming, you sick and suffocating with other people's crap. You know what I'm saying? And I actually had that conversation yesterday with a young lady. I'm like, yo, sometimes this walking life could be lonely. It could be hard. It could be whatever you need. But people will use you to benefit them.
Yep.
People will drum dick. Actually, even with me, I don't have people close to me like that's in my same boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could really, that mirrors my life or really could understand. You understand because you're my sister. You see different things, but it's not like a girlfriend who's married to, have kids, no one who's my age been through the same thing. So you don't have that person you can go and talk to. And I said, but sometimes you have to realize you're not going to always have a person. Maybe journaling, pray more, speak to God, listen to your inner being to get you through certain things. Because I realize I'm a lot of people's go-to.
Facts.
Our people go to me, but when I need somebody, I go to Jesus because I don't like, a lot of people are I'm their go-to, which is fine. But I say sometimes I also too, I start cutting off who calls me all the time or who has my time because I don't want my energy to be vexed because now I'm dealing with your stress and your relationship and your man problems. I don't got problems with my man. So your problems with your kids. I don't got problems. Now I'm bringing that into my household, making me sick and headaches and tired, and it has nothing to do with what's going on in my life. Like they say for a job, leave that at the door. You got to kind of do that with everything in your life. And you have to know who is bringing you negative energy and not positive, because that is really real. You can have like you say, have a conversation with somebody and it vexes your whole freaking day off of that conversation. And it has nothing to do with you. Just because you care about that person or their well-being, or even if it did have something to do with you in a negative light, like really, you're going to bring that to me? You don't know me like that. You can't understand where I'm coming from. People have to realize who they are, because a lot of times they're fake and phony and toxic. And then when you to let them know they're toxic and fake and phony, that's the problem. This is the message for the new year. Check yourself. Okay?
You gonna check me, boo?
Yeah. Check yourself. You don't need other people. That's what's wrong with people in this world. They don't do self-inventory. They say the truth hurts. The truth hurts because you don't want to listen to the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I have this right here on my lip. This is, you know how many times people talk to me about this today? 500 times. Hey, what's that on your freaking face? You think I don't see it on my freaking face?
Like they don't know what it is because they ignorant. Like I said, I was one person that
you don't usually get pimples. Yeah, I don't, but I get them.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's there. I'm not oblivious. I'm like, it's a pimple. Like, oh, you got a pimple? Obviously. Like, it's there in my freaking face. Everyone can see it. But I'm not going to feel a certain type of way about it. It's there. It'll go away when it go away. It is what it is. People have it. But I be telling people, I'm not going to be like, I don't know. What is that on my face? Like, I'm not oblivious, but it's funny because all day people have been asking me, what's that on your face?
You can't get mad. It's kind of like karma, because you know how you was always an inquisitive person growing up and used to question everything you saw.
I ain't question pimples.
Oh my gosh, why does your face look like that? What happened to you?
It could be a tragic car accident. You could have been born that way. But simple stuff, like you have to check yourself. Like, and I would just laugh. Like, I'm like, a pimple? Like, it's a pimple. I'm not going to feel a certain type of way about it.
I had a pimple the other day and I was like, oh, it sucks. Whatever.
We got to be honest with who we are and what energy we're bringing people. And why are we connected to certain people? Are we connected to them so I could get something for them or from them, or if I'm generally trying to be a helper to them? We really have to look at our own intention and stop being fake and phony and liars and deceitful people. We're in a time and age where we need to check ourselves for real, for real. Yeah. I don't have time for the BS. Most people know that by the first, second conversation they have with me. Like, I'm not that chick. I'm not going to call you every single day. I have a busy life. I don't have no beef with you. I'm just not that chick. I have enough people who take my energy that I am spread thin. So I don't feel type of way when certain people don't call me. I don't feel a certain type of way when I don't call them. I will keep connected. Like, we have a conversation or you ask me about something, I will respond to you. But I don't let so many people in my inner circle because I don't have the time or the energy. That's just,
right.
Most people know, but you know that. You know that as my sister. And people know that. I let them know off rip. Don't take nothing personal. I'm not going to call you every day. Don't call me every day. You will probably get my voicemail. Most of the time, and you have witnesses, I don't even know where my phones are most of the time. Like, I don't keep my phone on me 24/7. Definitely not in the pandemic. And I was doing that before the pandemic. But everybody who I need to check on is in my freaking house. Quest know how to reach me, because if she can't get my phone, she knows my husband's number, she knows my mother's number, she knows somebody's number, she knows the house number. She's gonna figure out how to get somebody. My cell phone is not on me 24/7. I have a life. And I tell people that all the time. Like, I'm very upfront and blunt. But I tell people all the time, if you feel a certain type of way, why do you feel that way? Check yourself. Don't come looking at me.
Absolutely.
Don't bring me that energy. And hashtag, don't bring that energy to my sister Quest. Whoever you are out there, watch this show. But for real, we need to do better. 2020 should have opened up our eyes and our
You
minds,
would
our body, our
think
soul to
it
do
has
better.
opened up people's
It
eyes.
should have.
It
I know
should
it
have.
hasn't, because what it said, something die hard. My mother was saying that statement. Old habits die hard, something like that. So it's hard to get rid of something, but let's work on it. No one is perfect. I have this conversation every day with my son. I'm like, babe, you're not perfect. Yeah, I call everybody babe. So it's so funny. They all have the same initials. They all got the same name. Whoever just responds first, I have to realize who I'm talking to. If y'all want to know, that's how it is in my household. I'm like, oh, babe, I don't expect you to be perfect. No one's perfect. You're not God. You're not Jesus. You're not perfect. But I expect you to strive to do better every single day. I expect you to be honest. I expect you to be noble, not normal, but noble, because I kind of couldn't probably didn't understand that. I want to clarify a noble person. I want you to honor, you are my only son, and you're my husband who's the only son, only son. So you're holding his legacy. I want you to honor that. I want you to walk around with respect. You are representation of me, and vice versa. And I want you to honor who you are as a person, respect who you are as a person, hold yourself with dignity and respect. You're not perfect. No one is. We need to strive every day to be a better version of ourselves. Because I'm not perfect as their mother. I told my child, I'm not perfect as your mother. I'm not a perfect wife. I'm not a perfect person. But the reason you have such a good life and daddy adores me the way he does, because he knows mommy puts 100% in. Mommy would do anything for anybody, Quest included, my mom included, but anybody. If I can do it, my best friend, they know if I could do it, I'm going to do it. That's just who I am as a person, because my family is my core, is my backbone, and I will do some time for them. I don't want to, but I will, because I don't want my freedom taken away. But people know, like, you come for my people, I'm coming for you. Like, it's thin line between love and hate and saying your life and death. Very, just that simple. That's why I have a small circle, because I can deal with the bull crap.
Absolutely.
We need to check ourselves before what we wreck ourselves.
Facts. And I totally understand. And that's why I tell people, when you do, like with me, I do self-evaluations and self-reflections all the time, because like you said, we're not perfect. Close, but we're no, but we're not perfect. And I tell people, even though in their eyes I seem to do no wrong, I'm like, I'm not perfect. You know, and but things change all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm the type of person, I'll do a change cold turkey, meaning as soon as I see something is wrong and it's really vexing me, and if I could change in that moment, I'm changing that moment. I don't need 6 weeks to do it. I'm doing it in that moment. Like I tell people, especially like new people that come into my life, I'm like, yeah, we can have a conversation. We can be on the phone for 6 hours in one day. But just because you happen that one day does not mean tomorrow I'll be able to talk to you, or the next day. So I don't need you to get comfortable with that. You know, and even with me, I'm just like, I have a lot going on, and I've opened my life too much. People have too much access to me, you know, because I want them to know, like, if you do need me, I'm here. But it's a difference from needing me and being here than you guys thinking I'm that friend that's always going to be available. You talk anytime, all day long. Because to be honest, I don't do a lot of regular conversation. If it ain't really about business, I don't want to talk. I talk all day long. My profession is voice work. And I do radio, and I do consultation, and I do therapy. Like, I'm talking all the time. So why?
And you're a recording artist.
You already know music out right now.
You got that new single.
Yeah, what up? No,
you look very cute too. I like your winter GLM gear.
Thank you. Yes, the GLM collection. This is the graffiti version of it. Gotta love me, because I'm really focused on like you get yourself together. I'm getting myself together and really marketing my brand and do what I gotta do for me. I've been walking on eggshells to cater to everybody else's needs my whole entire life. I'm not doing that no more. If you don't understand the person I am and the pureness in my heart by now, I don't know what to tell you. I ain't proving that to nobody. I don't need nobody questioning me. Either you get it or you don't, and it is what it is.
Amen.
Period.
Guys, if you haven't taken anything from our show today, take this. Check yourself.
Before you
really do self-evaluation of things that really matter and that are important. Let's not bring in the hot mess from 2020 or 2019 or 2018 or 2017. to 2021.
Man.
Let's have better outlooks, do better. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy.
It's gonna be easy for me.
Take,
like, well, maybe that's what we was talking about. I'm like, if it's January 1st, 2021, you asked what happened yesterday. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. We just had a conversation like, did we? Look,
we gotta move on. We gotta do better. We have to grow, and that's my goal. I just want to do better. I want to help people.
I want to be genuinely happy.
Yes, and I just want to continue to grow, do better. And one thing about me and T-Quest, we're not above anybody. I tell people all the time, if I messed up, I'm human. But let me know so I can correct it. I'm not perfect. So even in my business, sometimes, I didn't check my emails. I didn't check my Telegram. Because I get so caught up in my life, being a mom and a wife, and my kids been home, like I said, since March. So I've been like homeschooling them because they've been distance learning. My husband took over my office because he's been working from home. So it's been a whole different dynamic that I have been adjusting to. I got to hang up it now. I had to like get myself together, like wake up. I was in a whole different realm. So things got beside me. I had T-Quest on my back, like, yo, wait, I know you're busy in the time, but yo, I just saw somebody emailed you, blah, blah, blah. I even didn't upload some of my videos. Sorry, guys, I'm going to do that. I've been telling Quest for like a month and I haven't. I get so consumed with so many different things in my life. That's why I don't always get to reply to people because I have so much back things that I'm doing. It's the end of the year. Counting so much freaking stuff.
That's funny.
Why?
Because people had busy lives before, and now with this whole uncomfortableness in society this year, people still don't get it. And you still want me to be here. And you still want me to cater to you. Like people out here losing their lives, losing their jobs. Everyone's getting sick, deaths every day, and you are still looking for attention. People are still looking for pity parties. Like even some of my DJ, like, this year's been hitting hard, lost my gigs. I said, why you act like you're the only one? Not saying you're not entitled to your emotions, but one thing, and maybe you can chime in on this, is something that I keep seeing a lot. 2020 has really shown me who my real friends are. I'm like, for the ones who are posting that, what you're saying is they wasn't really there for you. Yo, the whole world was in a pandemic and you getting mad at people because they couldn't personally be there for you. And now, like you said, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your mother, you talking about friends. You don't even know what they're going through at home. And you make it a scene just because they couldn't be here for you, that they're just showing you what type of friends they are. A lot of my bestest friends, I haven't talked to any of them like that this year. But I ain't looking at them differently. I'm not questioning who they are. It's a lot of stuff going on. So if I don't care for you, it is what it is. When I do, I'm like, you good, you straight. I'm calling it a day.
Nothing traumatic happened to them or in that relationship that's called that person who made that post or people who are making those posts are selfish people. Because at the end of the day, 2020 has been traumatic for everybody. Even with me, I have a travel business. What got shut down? Travel. You know what I'm saying? I had a part-time job in my local library. What got shut down? My part-time job. So my income was a hot mess. If I didn't have savings and Jesus and my husband, I don't know where I'll be. But God has prevailed. It's the truth. I'm being transparent. I'm being real with you guys. And I haven't talked to people that I normally talk to all the time. I haven't. Why? Because I was dealing with my own mental stuff. It's been a big transition for me. And Quest, I'm very, not OCD, but I'm organized. I was very organized. I was very getting things together. Now I had to relearn I didn't realize how messy my kids are. Even now that they're in camp, Mom, people come home like, oh, the house looks so good. I say, yeah, because nobody's here. Like no one's leaving crumbs, no one's spilling stuff. So it's so nice when I clean the kitchen and after they have breakfast, clean their little bowls, my house stayed clean until dinner time. Like that's how I was in school. But when they were here all day, which will start next week, now I got to sit with them 24 hours because I can't do it anymore. I just saw a whole different version of my kid that I didn't realize existed because they weren't here to make these messes. So that's something else. And so I wasn't calling people. And I told one of my best friend, I was like, yo, I haven't been talking to you because I've been getting myself together. I don't have time to gossip about anything. There's nothing for me to gossip about. If you are going through something, if it's not life and death, I don't have the energy to spend on you right now. And that's just being 100% real, because I have to deal with my own emotions, my own figuring things out, making sure that my mortgage is paid, make sure my kids don't realize we're in a real pandemic, making sure that they're doing their schoolwork, they get food every day on the table. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Like, I lost my income. And thank God that I was a saver and never was too, spending money all the time. That we were able to, we're living. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why I said thank God every day that I'm still living. I'm not just surviving; I'm actually living, and that's huge. Because it could have been totally different. Because if this would have happened maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I probably would be surviving. But that's when when I did a whole transition finances, I'm like, no, I gotta get on top of my finances. I need to get out of debt. I went through the whole financial freedom. Like I really was focused on getting my finances in order. I was getting everybody else's finances in order and then take no time getting mine. But that was a blessing. I didn't realize it then, but it paid off now.
Absolutely.
Because who knew more my income was going to stop? You know what I mean?
You never.
And people, no one thinks that. So people who are saying, oh, you know who your real friends are? Are you a friend? Did you go see why this person who probably couldn't call you or couldn't help you out financially, maybe they just got enough so they can eat, or trying to figure out how they're going to eat, or trying to figure out how they're going to keep heat or lights and stuff going on. Like that's something and this happens to everybody is losing. Nobody out here caking up. If you are, God bless you.
Some have definitely quadruple their income, and good for you, but that's not take away from the ones who didn't, the ones that are still going through and still sick, because I still hear about deaths every single day. And I like what you said, because to be honest, it would happen before. I want to know what would happen, especially how life was then and how life is now. Like with me, I'm a full-time entertainer. My income doesn't come from streaming. My income comes from gigs. All gigs are done. How much money I got from entertainment this year? Nothing. But I still put a smile on my face. I'm still here for everybody. I'm still positive. I still pick up the phone when y'all call me or you text me as much as I can. But guess what? I still haven't processed my own reality. Because it's real right there. And guess what? The beginning of the month is coming. The beginning of the year is coming. More taxes. Even though we're in the middle of the pandemic, prices and stuff is rising. It's an uncomfortable situation that's about to get more uncomfortable, because the beginning of the year is always uncomfortable. Some people who live a certain life, they get excited by the end of the year income tax check, but everybody don't get that. Some people got to pay back. You see
what I'm saying? I had to pay back last year for the first time, and I thought I was going to die.
I usually have to pay back too, but
I think it's freaking corrupt.
Exactly. So even when I did a show yesterday, it was like sometimes you got to really just take time for you, because if you step back like 6 months, 2 years to make sure you're good and you're straight, it's needed. And that's where I'm at now. Like, I'm not always the type to talk about New Year's resolutions and all this stuff. But what I'm doing right now is making it seem like, look, it's a new week, month, a new year, and all that nonsense negativity, it's affecting health. And that's concerning. And I don't have time for anybody. Well, I
think travel helps with health. I have to plug myself in there, okay?
Exactly. And all that stuff that's booked, I'm ready for all of it to a certain degree. But I even had a conversation about that earlier, which we can talk about on a different show, about how I'm like over here struggling to get a roommate. And I actually I was telling somebody a story about me not having a roommate for the one of the trips. And their response was, just listen to what I was saying. How come you didn't ask me? I was like, because I didn't. I was like, oh. No disrespect, but if I'm going on a family trip and you ain't one of them like daddy types, like a cool that I know I'm gonna enjoy the whole week, like, hey family, this is my friend so if I'm not gonna have that type of energy, I'm not inviting you. I don't care how cool you think we are. If it's not that type of energy, I would never invite you. And then I was
And
talking
you
to
know your family too. So you want somebody who could mesh well with your family, even if y'all meshes well. But you're like, nah, your vibe ain't my family
exactly,
vibe.
everybody can't, it'd be a good person, Denzel. He's hilarious. But
No,
listen,
you
so my
won't.
thing is I was talking to, and she was saying how sometimes, sometimes I'll just pay the extra to be with myself because then I got worried about someone else coming through. And I'm like, you know what? Do I really want to spend 2,000 versus 1,300? No. But if that means I know I'm going, I know I'm taking care of it, I don't have to worry about someone else and wonder if they're gonna cancel on me or if they sleep or snore or wake up, maybe it's worth the additional 700. I'm trying to mentally prepare myself. Than the headache, my own sanity.
Yeah.
And it's just having just a new mindset because my heart is tired, my mind is tired. I'm too gifted, I'm too talented, I'm too of an amazing person to really feel how I feel when I want to say off the clock, but I don't get a chance to get off the clock.
Yeah, I get it.
2021, I'm getting off the clock
Me too.
and scheduling my clocks. So
Yes.
if you ain't part of my elite, if it ain't business during certain hours, I'm not answering, I'm not replying because just like I'll help all these people with their lives and their happiness all the time, I'm focused on mine. Even with my business, my new song out, Wet App, on all streaming platforms, and you can find all my music on my website where you can pay for it, where I actually get the profit. Of
Oh, I
course,
should
you got to
do
pay
that.
the little taxes from the people,
I did
but
on
it's
my
better
album.
than anything, And I'm like, I'm ready for people to show and prove. Don't say you rock with me. Show me that you rock with me. You support, go ahead. Like I say, all my friends are DJ. Yeah, you guys all may be DJs, but forget waiting for a free service pack. Won't you actually go on my website and buy the song and purchase it? I'm not worth $2. You know what I'm saying? Like one dude, like, yo, congratulations, your new song as a DJ. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I said, you heard it? Nah, I'm just waiting for you to send it. But I'm sure it's good because they're used to that. But you know what? People got to stop being used to things.
Especially when you're in their inner circle and they know what it is, like you are part of that, knowing that you're not main. It's not like you're at a big label and stuff like that, and just show support and do that for
Or
you.
some random.
Exactly, because that's my goal for 2021 is really to. I'm very family oriented, as you guys know, but I want to work on some of my relationships to my family,
Me too.
and
Shout
that's
out
my
to
goal.
family. Shout out to Ron. He's listening. Big Cannon. Cousin Ron.
Hey, hey, cuz I really want to connect with my family. I want to be a better mom. Me and my son are doing so good together, and he is my heart. That's why I think it's harder with him because I'm very emotional when it comes out to him. So if he like do anything, I'm like, oh, like it hurts my soul. So I had to separate my emotions and be like, oh, he's a kid. Um, but I really want to work on relations like when we did that Zoom. I didn't know half those people on there. I really want to get to know family that are my family that I don't know, but on my core is like making sure I'm connected with Quest, making sure I stay connected to my husband, who's my boo, love you, my children, but my immediate people. Like I really want to make sure my core is we tight. We got each other's back. We do what we need to do. And I'm kind of hashtag going to segue to something else that I'm kind of glad that Quest doesn't bring anybody because then she can have the kids room with her for some of the nights while we're on this trip. So I'll talk to you. Maybe if you do room by
I
yourself,
do
I'll shed some.
mind being with my babies.
Yeah, but I'm saying I should probably help. I'll probably help you out a little
I
bit with that.
understand. Because
So
when I say I'm tired,
we'll talk that off. We'll talk about that off the air. But I
I
got
am exhausted.
you. I know.
Not just physically, just exhausted. I just want to soar and be happy because we don't know how much time we have on earth. And I want to get closer to my family too. But to be honest, it's not even the whole family, it's more of the immediate. I want to make sure I contact you because I want to, not because I feel like I have to.
Yes.
I have to break that down. And it was another revelation that came to me recently. But I'm not gonna talk about on the show because the show is getting mega long. But
Mm-hmm.
it's cool, it's deep. Okay.
We're gonna do that next week because we want to encourage people to be better self. Like our show is not for hi hi kiki all the time.
Mm-mm.
We want you to really think about life, think about you as a person, and hopefully help you be better. And by doing that, help us be better. We read your comments. So if you have something to say or questions or insight for us,
Mm-hmm.
we're willing to listen and take inventory. And this is an open platform. And we love you guys, all you for supporting us, family and not, because you're all our family in some extinction.
Mm-hmm.
Friends are family. We don't have to have the same DNA to be family, but that you show up every week for us, we really appreciate it. I appreciate people who hit me up. Hey, you doing your show today? That makes me feel special. I don't care if it's one person who does it. That just makes me feel special that you're looking forward to listen to me talk about whatever I decide to talk about on this Wednesday to Horror Escape or wherever the conversation goes. We just let it flow, and we appreciate you doing that and being entertained. But I am exhausted. My body is still a little sore, but I feel good that I did this hot yoga as my new thing. Don't forget to support T Quest. She has a new dope song called What Up. I love that. I love it. And get some of her gear. I will be rocking it soon when she gets to the post office and mail me my shipment. Because I know that's her biggest thing. But support her. Download her mobile app. That's free. She has her own radio station, guys. Listen to it. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Get some of her merchandise, download her music, support. All I ask for you to do with me, because I know people ain't traveling, but when you do decide to travel, hit me up. But subscribe to my YouTube channel. Come
But
listen to
we don't even.
stuff.
They got to stop saying that too, because if you paying attention, really paying attention, and stop complaining the whole time, people been traveling the whole pandemic. The other countries are safer. You take a COVID test, you go negative, you hop in your plane, and you go and be half naked on the beach and get you a tan.
Yeah, I'm still tan from my vacations. I still haven't come back to my normal skin
I'm
tone yet.
still pink.
If you have anywhere, like my husband was like, "Yo, you still got tan, right?" I'm like, "I know." It just makes me excited. I was supposed to go away in 2 weeks, but that didn't happen. That made me a little bit sad. But I'm not sad about it because I'm like, you know what? I have revamp it to do. I have it gives me time to really focus on my new schedule that I have prepared for myself.
Yeah, I use schedule
Um,
too.
so what did you say? You got a new
I
schedule
got a
too?
new schedule too.
Okay, you'll send it
Office
to me.
hours from 9 to 5, but 9 o'clock Pacific time, which technically is 12 o'clock, but we actually end 5 o'clock Eastern, which means office hours technically is from 12 to, matter of fact, we're gonna do a 5 o'clock Pacific time, which means technically that's only 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern, 3 hours. No, I'm joking.
But for real, guys, we really do appreciate you guys tuning in. Happy New Year's to all you guys. I hope you guys learned something or, take some self inventory. Be better, be great, so we can all live our best life as we all have the opportunity
I
to do
plan on it.
so. Huh?
I plan on it.
Me too. I plan on living my best life.
Mm-hmm.
And just so you know, my YouTube is Whitney's Escapes LLC. So you put that up, you should see my beautiful face pop up. And just like all me on Whitney's Escapes on IG, Whitney's Escapes on Facebook. If you want to email me, it's travel@whitneysescapes.com. And my website is www.whitneysescapes.com. So everything Whitney Escapes, please support and give me your feedback, what you think. I always talk to my marketing person to update some things. I'm trying to get some of my clients who went on trips to like send me some of the high def pictures so I can show you that I have like regular pictures on some of my Facebook, but they do I'm looking for the high def. But also, guys, this is a season to give and receive. So I'm gonna let you guys know, if you don't know, I am a published author. I did write a book called Jan and Jade. It's on your Kindle. You have to download a free Kindle mobile app, but the book is like $5. It's a children's book. Please support and purchase that book and tell all your friends. I want to see how well this book does before it's a series. I have another one, but it costs a lot of money to do graphics and stuff. So I did an investment and paid someone to do all the pictures and the graphics. And I would love to continue it. So please check it out and give me your feedback so that, I know how to move accordingly in the future. But I really do want to support you guys and hope you guys support us. So if there's anything you guys doing out there that's amazing and want to talk about it, let us know, because we will start having guests on our show starting the new year. We are revamping everything. Because we're going to be on several radio stations, including the Gotta Love Me radio station that T-Quest is on. So congratulations to you, to T-Quest. She's doing a lot of phenomenal things in her field. She does voiceover. So please support any way you can. Get a GLM shirt, Gotta Love Me, Rare Breed. That's what I'm about to have, my real breed. I already have one, but I'm getting a new one. The green and gold and white, like that joint's fire. I got to give me some broccoli Temps to go with it so I could be,
okay.
You know how I do, and I like to rock it all the way. So she can post it on her. But yeah, support each other. T-Quest, you can follow her on all your social media platforms. Gotta Love Me World. Download her mobile app. Our information is there, and we can't wait to see you guys in the new year.
I got a dope guest for you too for the new year too.
That's great. I love all guests. I love talking to other people. But thank you so much. I was going to get my hair straightened, guys, but because I did hot yoga. I was drenched, so I didn't even do anything. I was looking at my edges to make sure my edges were still there. But I'm like, I'll let you guys see who I am. This is me. Like, you know what I mean? I don't come up here trying to be somebody else. I'm authentically me. And support, guys. We really appreciate you guys.
Line.
Huh?
My new t-shirt line, authentically me.
Yes, with my logo on it, because my logo is dope. Okay.
Yeah, now I got my Whitney Escapes mask.
Yes, and I'm gonna have some Whitney's Escapes gear too. I probably have T-Quest sell it on her website. But I do have Whitney's Escapes
Happy to get it to you too, Big Cannon.
Let's see, I got stuff like this. That Whitney's Escapes on it. These cool mugs.
Hey, I never seen that mug.
You didn't get this? This is, yeah, I got this mug. I have another one that has pink in it. I have the little ones that you drink. Most of the time people don't see it because when people book trips with me, I usually send them something. My husband, since he drinks,
I booked 17 trips 2021. I can't wait to see all my gifts.
Yeah. He got the little beer thingy that was the top, so he loves that. So when he drinks, it doesn't fall over, but it says Whitney Escapes on it. I got towels, I got a little cute crop top, I got swimsuit, everything. But I like people who are like my returning customers. I try to send them something just to be like a thank you with my logo on it.
Yes, because that's why I'm a returning customer, and I got my Whitney's Escape mask, so I'm super excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in the pandemic, and when you go on our next trip, I'm probably gonna have something. I'm just trying to figure out what for the pandemic trip. I'm really trying to figure out what I want to have.
You know, you should get Whitney's Escape little stickers, and then get like cute little fun glasses and put the sticker on it. But the clear one.
I'm getting shirts because it's our, the.
Well, don't ask for new ideas if you already had the ideal. Don't do that.
No, I'm doing shirts for the airport, but I don't know. I want to give something. So once everybody have the final number, I just want to give like people something. But Happy New Year, guys, because the show is very long and I shouldn't be sitting this long after I did all that yoga. I should be like stretched out so I can go to bed. But we love you guys. Please stay tuned. We're here every Wednesday on Facebook Live. And T-Quest, is there anything you want to say?
I just want to say that I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, boo.
And I appreciate people who genuinely support me. Mm-hmm. And I'm at that point, I appreciate the ones who support me with ulterior motives. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you're doing it because you have a hidden agenda, I guess I'll just appreciate until that agenda is exposed. Like, I'm dead serious with. When I say I'm exhausted, but like at the end of the day, 2020 is wrapping up, ladies and gentlemen. And if you haven't learned anything positive from this year, I'm going to pray for you because it's been a very trying year, a testing year, an uncomfortable year. And if you still playing the blame game and making excuses or this person because of this is because of that person, this, that, and third, then I really don't know what to tell you, because this is the year you should have grown mentally, physically. Well, most people definitely grown physically with corona calories, But you know what I'm saying? I mean, you laughing when I'm dead serious, but
No, it's true because I got a couple of pounds from it.
you
That's why I'm
know,
doing
at the
yoga.
end of the day, I know we like to be here for people, but please be here for yourself. Not in like a selfish way, but in a healthy way, if you catch my drift. Who is that?
Sure, yeah.
Of course, he wants to say hi.
Hi. Happy New Year, everybody.
You just smacked me right in my face. Go ahead. Thank you.
Let me see my little snipperdoodle. That's my baby. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, he's so cute.
Look at your face. Is this food or something? Or you scratch yourself?
And that's the energy and space we want to get back to, ladies and gentlemen. You see how I was being deep, but then when I saw my nephew's face, he just warmed my heart. If I don't have that energy when I'm talking to you, then we don't need to be talking. No, but for real, that innocence of children, how they just warm your heart and make you smile when you have a significant other that you are happy to be with. That's the energy we should be seeking for when it comes to 2021. And if you don't get it from others, you should know how to make yourself that happy in your season. Period. You know what I'm saying? Look at that face. Look at that face. Hi, cutie.
No, it's not. It's not quarantine. I know it's quarantine. I don't like it.
It's okay. We're working on it. We
You
both
look
working to
great
get
with
better,
your
right?
quarantine calories.
We're gonna work these pounds off. We both gained during this pandemic.
Absolutely. No, but I'm not trying to be long winded, though the show will end up being like 3 hours. By the end of the day, 2020 is around the corner. Um, be here for you, self-love, self-care, self-awareness. It's not being selfish, but how you gonna be here for others if you're gonna be here for you?
Exactly. It is
You gotta know how
Capricorn
to be here for
season.
you.
So shout out to all the Capricorns out there.
Oh, because your boo is a Capricorn
Yeah, my nephew is a
and
Capricorn.
your nephew. See the smile I got on my face? I clicked. That's what we're looking for. All right, you guys, it's been a pleasure. You know how to reach us if you need us to a
Yeah.
certain degree. Remember, office hours technically from 12 to 3. No,
Or 3 to 5, or whenever we get back
12
to
to 3
you.
when you look at it Eastern time versus Pacific time when you put it together. But yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Until
New
next time.
Year. Love you. Bye.
Bye.